Welcome. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjitsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. I hope you're all doing well out there. Blessings and love to you all. And thank you for all your comments. I am very grateful. I got to slow down. I am struggling to get this out, to make sure I get it across as clear as I possibly can. Again, before I continue, I am not a part of any secret society or religious belief system. I cannot stress that enough. I say it in every video, guys. If you are new to the channel or just come across this video, I urge you to go back over my last two videos. Right, I got to slow down and make sure I get this across. This is full on. We're going deeper into the mysteries, guys. In connection with being something very unique, and I'm not to hold back. And I'm receiving something at the moment, and it's blowing my mind as well. I've been studying day and night since the year 2011, and this has been in connection with what I've been learning. Remember, when I first started making these videos, I was very timid. I was unsure whether I was allowed to share this knowledge. Because studying day and night over all these years, I kept hearing to keep quiet about the things that I was learning. Only, as I mentioned, Father wants me to share it all. And it's been heavy, nerve-wracking. And I've not held back. I've literally shared everything. And I've been myself and completely honest. I'm not here to waste your time or ask anything from you. I'm simply sharing with you that which I receive from Spirit and not stress about it, not take any burdens on board from trying to convince anyone of anything or worrying about how much they have learned or be concerned about what it is that I'm sharing, how it may affect another. I've literally just got to share what it is that I'm received from Father. I did not put this channel together, guys. I cannot act alone doing this. Those who've been following me for a while, this will become very apparent. I mean, over 850 videos revealing the greatest mysteries, revealing the Bible. I'm here to glorify our Father's name and to stand up for the kingdom. This is not from me. This is from the Lord Jesus Christ, the true living word that comes alive in us. Now, the Lord Jesus Christ, this name is a term used to explain what occurs with us with the Pataman that comes alive in our hearts. In the ancient times of old, they used different terms. For example, the Egyptians used Horus and Osiris to explain the Pataman. In the Nordic mythology, it was Odin and Thor, Loki, etc. to explain about the Pataman, the mystery that unfolds within us. These are just terms used to explain what's going on in us and with us during certain processes of awakening. I do not go by your religious indoctrination. They are deceptive. They're part of the deception, the Nicolaitans. The Lord Jesus Christ that I refer to is the living word, the image, love, wisdom, and power of the Father, the invisible light, spirit, and love. I cannot stress that enough. Your religious belief systems anthropomorphize God. They make some deity in the heavens judging man. Something external. When Father is omnipresent, he's part of the I amness in you, as you. I cannot stress that enough. If you don't get this, you are fast asleep, as severe amnesia, spiritually blind, deaf, and dumb. No disrespect. As a default, we all start off as this archetype, as Cain in the land of Nod. Right, so I got that across. And as I mentioned, Father makes known the end from the beginning. What was the beginning? The Garden of Eden. But our Garden of Eden, this is the mysteries of mysteries, was cut down to the stump, off with the heads, which we actually see in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, with the figures with no heads, down to the stump where we get the root of Jesse. I am that I am. We go through a process, playing many roles, the LARP, the live action role play, being absorbed by the spectrum until the appointed time we are called by name at the end of the age, ready for the harvest, which is for the angels. This is where we are, guys. Now, I shared with you in my last 2 videos this image. Okay, let me stop there. Now, remember I said not so long ago, Father upon my mind, that subtle voice, Father moving upon my waters, my conscience. And I heard, the sun will not hurt you. The sun will not hurt you. I'm like, okay, wait, what? What does this mean? The sun will not hurt me. What's going on? I'm aware there's a lot of solar activity going on. I mean, is something going to happen? I was unsure what it meant, and I shared that with you, okay? As I'm putting material together this morning, from things I've received from Spirit, which I'm going to share with you, and I love Simology. It lifts the veils. I've been studying day and night since the year 2011, for those who have just come across this video. And learning Simology, it lifts the veils, and I can interpret the esoteric, the Egyptian hieroglyphs, the ancient and sacred texts, the occult, the Acorn is being opened up to me. The Apocrypha, Enoch, the Book of Secrets, that's what Enoch is. The Emerald Tablets, the Bible, it's been opened to me. This is thanks to the works of Father being done in me, and I have shared this image with you. And I talked about these 2 pillows in my previous video. Now, this morning, I made the connection that this pillow, okay, the left hand, right, the King of the North, is connected with the sun, the boiling pot, as I talked about in my previous videos. And this pillow, which is connected with our subconscious, our heaven, our right hand, the King of the South, is connected with the moon. So I literally put on this image the sun on this side with the earth and the moon on this side with the heaven. It made perfect sense, and I understood why Father said the sun will not hurt you. The earth, the boiling pot, will not hurt you. He's trying to relay a message. I said last year not to get pulled into this world, and Father said, tell them it's not going to go the way they expect, and we are not to be concerned what we see go on with the world stage. We are told this in the Bible. When you hear of rumours of wars, when you hear of all these things going on, do not be alarmed by it. You stay focused on the Father. I'm not interested in your world leaders, in people in lofty positions and all the things that's worldly. I'm all about the mystery, about the truth, our wonderful future, a realm where there is peace, where the evils vanish. You go looking for your enemy, you will not see him. It's a language used to explain a wonderful state of reality where there is love, life, beauty, prosperity, abundance, freedom and liberty, love, wisdom and power and freedom, joy. Turning back to the fountain of youth, the living waters. Let him who is thirsty come and drink from the fountain of living waters, of life and light. With what's going on with the world stage, Father's saying, it's not going to hurt you. It will not touch you. Do not be concerned of what's going on out there. And that's what he wants me to get across to you guys. You stay focused on Father during these times. We are watching for a wonderful transformation with our lives. We are already part of something very unique. Going by the day, the true believers, as we're told in the Bible, receive the signs and messages from Father. Because we go by the day, that we can clearly see when it's upon us. What is going to be upon us? The harvest. That's what happens at the end of the world or age. It's the harvest. We're told this in the Bible. And this is for the angels. Now, the last trumpet, which your religious belief systems will not talk about, is to do with the great mystery being revealed in us, whereby you come into maturity, the pools coming out of the deep, you come into the state of maturity, and I say in maturity. This is in connection with the Egyptian hieroglyphs with the braided beard. We become mature, okay? Mature with knowledge and wisdom. Also, a symbol connected with this is the grey beard, all right? A maturity, not thinking as children or childish things anymore. There's nothing new under the sun. And so we're not being pulled in by this world no more. We've invested in our kingdom, which I've talked about in my previous channel. And with everything escalating on the world stage and all this confusion and the sea boiling, the unconscious collective, the first elementive generic earthly man Adam, we are not to be concerned about it. All right? We are told, do not rely on our understanding, but lean on Father. Okay? Get out of her, my children. You do not belong to this world. If you love this world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. He has a wonderful new timeline. We are going to be branched off into over the node. There is a language that I've been sharing in this channel that you literally shift from one age world into a wonderful one, into a wonderful future that will prosper you. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. Now, I don't want there to be any confusion. This takes a lot of research to understand the multidimensional nature of the mind of God. You have to have a depth perception that's enhanced and look at things from different perspectives, and sometimes be able to distinguish from that which is in the mirror, the reflection, to that which is reality, from the shadow to the light, etc. And it's not easy. I look at the world as a screen, and what we are seeing is the age collapsing and passing away because we are transforming part of something very unique, about to be moved through the wall of consciousness, this age, bridged over the threshold into the land of the living. Things are not what they're seen. And we get given this language through the mysteries, the truth, the secrets being revealed to us. Do not pay attention to this world, guys. My sons, creation's been waiting in expectation for the sons of God. No one knows the Father except the Son, and no one knows the Son except the Father. Now we're coming to this maturity with the living word, the Son formed in us. We go forward and leave the world alone. In the secret Gospels of Thomas, Jesus became a passerby. Why? Because when you really grasp the nature of this reality, just leave them to it. It will assist you in staying focused on the future. I say it like that. Remember, we've just been schooled, going through the 7 eyes of the Lamb. Many of us have received the 8th eye. We go by the day, a relationship with the Father to assist others being bridged over into a wonderful future. Okay. Now, my conscience, be present, pay attention. Okay. I hope you've been paying attention to my previous videos. If you grasp this, guys, it's mind-blowing. This is the great secrets of secrets here. And Father is revealing this to us. Our conscience is working with the omnipotent power. It's symbolically termed as the sun. And I look at the world as a screen, okay? And the adversary has been trying to cover up this sun, shall we say. This is something that Father is fully aware of, which is going to pass away. It's only for a time this is happening. Your adversary who's digging a pit to throw everyone in, they throw themselves in it. Again, in my immediate environment, I'm safe. I'm with the Father. The world out there, we don't belong to. I'm already disconnected and disassociated from it, waiting to be reconnected in this new timeline, that once we've bridged over, the connection will be made. I will know we've bridged. We made it. Things are not what they seem. And you'll be shifted up to the high octaves in the high spheres, which is relayed to us in the secret mysteries of Osiris. It's also relayed to us from the Bible. Okay, so the sun is connected with our conscience, and our measuring rod, our conscience, is gone in. All right, our subconscious is also termed as the moon. All right, where it goes through its phases, like a woman's menstrual periods, etc. Okay, the body takes care of the hair, the skin, regenerating cells, etc. So the subconscious is connected with the moon symbolically as well. Also connected with our soul, as we are travelers going through different states and processes, phases of our lives, etc. So this pillow, the subconscious, is connected with the moon. This, our terrestrial, is connected with the sun. And Father's saying to us, the sun is not going to harm you, but there's going to be a new projection from the sun. This is your heaven and earth coming down to you. This is connected with a flash that we may see in our eyes. Lord Jesus Christ comes like lightning from the east to the west, as told us in the Bible. Flash, right? And our mirror from she, the Queen of Heaven, that creates the realms, is projected off the wheel onto the screen through the sun. I look at the external world as a screen. All right, if you keep following along and pay attention, things will start to shout out at you. This is, again, I can't stress this, the greatest mysteries of mysteries. There used to only be very few initiates who are aware of this knowledge, guys, and this has been revealed to me by my father from studying day and night since the year 2011. It took me a long time to grasp what's being said in regards to the mysteries in the books that we have at our disposal, in the Bible, the Apocrypha, Enoch, Emerald Tablets. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So my sister sent me a message. Thanks, sis. Blessings of love to you. I'm like, it's another crop circle. Let me just make sure I say this right. It's in Avebury, okay? Again, Wiltshire. But it's near this town. Avebury, if I can say that right. Let me just pause. Avebury. All right, she sent me this. Oh, bear with me. Okay, she sent me this. So, bro, there's another crop circle. Right, this. Now, at first glance, it kind of reminded me of something. I was like, what's going on there? Let me pause there. So, this morning I did some investigation. I love symbology, and you must pay attention to all the details and look from different perspectives and do your deep dive. I looked into the name of the location, the meaning, etc. Okay. And the way the crop circle is placed on top of this line, okay, there is a language, and this line that runs through here. Right. Now this is connected to something huge. So after we received the crop circle from Mum, where I did that investigation, when we come across that crop circle where I broke it all down, I became aware of another crop circle, and I knew what it was straight away looking at it, and it was this, and I didn't say anything about it. Right? When I saw that image, I instinctively knew what that meant. Maybe it's from all this research over the years, spirit being upon my mind, being an old soul. I love symbology. I love drawing. I love tattooing. I'm covered in tattoos. when I saw that image, I'm like, that's the new grid matrix. That's the new timeline, reality path being erected before us. I knew that. Now, before I show you my connection with this as well, from researching over the years, this is in Avebury, if I can say that right. Avebury, the same place my sister sent this crop circle, a picture of this crop circle. And I wasn't going to talk about it. But when that come up again, and they're in the same location practically, I'm like, oh, okay, it's connected. You want me to talk about it? So, this is what the crop circle is. You can look at it as the pools coming out of the deep, right? This is the sun. Souls, the worlds, coming out of this age. You'll notice too, again, like tire marks. Okay, Jupiter. We talked about this image. I looked at the name of the location. Avenue, it means road. Avebury, berry, cover, a concealed event with the sun, with the lines running through its relevant location upon the symbol or within the symbol. It was the pulse coming out of the deep with the new projector, the new heaven and earth being projected coming down to us, because this image is connected with this. Now, in fact, before I share that with you, in fact, I will share this image, right, sent from my mum, the branching off at this timeline. It's also connected with this image I was sent from my sister. Look at the swirls in the middle, right? Now, these are clumped together. Now, my sister sends me this. Again, the activations of the sun. And now, they depart, coming out of the deep. All right? Look at this image from my mum. Again, the swirls, right? Out this golden ratio, 1.618, off into new timelines. Learning symbology, putting this all together. Been doing this a long time. Putting precept upon precept, line upon line, symbol upon symbol. Through the synchronicities of receiving the presentations, they overlay and interlinked. Connectivity, correspondence. I receive the message, I relay it. This is to do with the 12-tree grid, the Christos crystal body, the 13th pillar. Okay, the new matrix. How do I know this? If you've been following me for years, I've talked about it. All right. I gave glimpses in my slides. I wanted to try and get the knowledge out there. Well, I try not to say anything, because as I was learning in the spiritual text, you keep quiet and silent. So I used symbology, and I was truth dropping in my slides, in SlideShare. That was the only way I thought I could do it. I was shocked, and to my surprise, Father's like, no, I want you to share everything you've learned. So what's this in connection with? Right, there was the movie, a powerful truth drop. Okay, we're going to talk about the eye and the capstone. Okay, arrival. Okay, what are we looking at here? Remember, we shut our windows, meaning our measuring rod to the world, and we turn to the door within. I knew that I could make big changes with my immediate environment through manifestation. And Father was saying, do your investment now, store up in heaven. Leave this world alone. It can't change. It's part of a pre-programmed, all orchestrated, ordained timeline with lots of heavens and earths, lots of timelines interwoven with it. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I get it. This is also revealed to us by Nostradamus in his quatrains. You notice where I am with also the same diamond-shaped, rudimentary sacred geometry, all right? The cones. You notice the tops they wear. This is in connection with the prism, a crystal to do with the pineal gland that projects so much of your reality from within, so without. Your world acts as a feedback loop to your subconscious. It's only a screen. And I'm getting the message as though Father wants me to reveal a bit more about this, because many of you are not grasping what I'm saying in this channel. So we take this image and we flip it. Let's say there's two pillows. We got the earth pillow here and the heavenly pillar here. This dot, shall we say, is connected to the eternal. And you're looking out at the screen. The earth within you, through being projected through the subconscious, through the pineal gland, from a shared server, from your heaven is being projected on the screen. Hence, the language in the Bible about those being thrown out of heavenly places. How that the devil and his angels were in heaven upon the screen, which we've been witnessing. Remember, 0 point, the eternal, zero, everything emitted from it. When you look into your environment, everything comes down to a 0 point. Okay, to a 0 point when you look out through your eyes. Again, when you go within, the path is narrow. We stitch our heaven and earth with the serpent, becoming serpent bearers through the eye of the needle to a 0 point of that end result, which lays, we've gone within, we've gone up, ascension, which lays the out. As within, so without. From above, so below. The old axiom, truth. Subconscious, conscience. Superconscious, connected with the love, wisdom, power, intelligence of the highest kind. The face of God. And this is part of the eternal, infinite states of good and evil. And you are what's termed going through the ages, going through the 7 eyes of the Lamb. When we reach 0 point within, it changes without. Because everything is actually within you. We bear witness to what is being projected from within us by the works of Father being done in us. Now again, go prove me wrong. This is in scripture. He says, those who are working under the power, not turn to the Father, not seeking truth and understanding. Their windows bring down curses, the eyes, because their measuring rod is gone out in the courtyard being tread on by the Gentiles, taking all the vials in, filling their heaven with the Antichrist and demons. And so woe to the earthly carnal man. For the devil, the generic first earthly man unconscious collective has come down to you at the end of the age with the increase of the evils and other devices for entertainment, etc., part of the deception. You fall into the bottomless pit. You believe the lie, the external material world, and all the fables and demonic indoctrinations, you then fall into darkness and lies, being fragmented and torn to pieces or spread abroad on a greater degree, as told us in the Bible. But those who turn to the door, not looking through the windows, then the mama comes down to you, and a wonderful future through the investment is going to be yours. Now look at this crop circle. Do you see what I'm saying? Seven, the spectrum of light through the prism that's in here. We are told there's a new heaven and earth coming down to the new Zion, the new Jerusalem. The Zion that society is cast out. Mind, the temple of God. They didn't find it fit to acknowledge God or seek his correction. And so off they go as cattle to slaughter, we're told in the Bible. They're on a runaway train to pain and destruction because they're impulsive and going by the material world, the things of the flesh, the meat suit, a world of darkness, death, decay. Everything turns to rust, dust, it waxes, it winds, it fades away. But those who turn within to the light, perfecting their soul, turn to the fountain of living waters consciousness, coming into truth and having disclosure, receiving the precepts from Father. Blessed are thee. For the forming of the Son done in us, creation waits in eager expectation for the sons of God to release us from this bondage, to release us from death and decay. We stick on incorruptibility and immortality, ready for the new matrix, the 12-tree grid, the new matrix that comes down to us. We receive the signs from the firmament, which declares the glory of God's handiwork, signs in the sun, in the moon, and on the earth. Right? Learning symbology, that there is representative of the sun and the worlds. There's always plural of worlds. We're told this in the Bible. Many do not grasp this. We are literally told the worlds, that's plural, not just this world you're in. There's many different degrees of it. In the depths of hell, from the gross to the heights of heaven, the sublime. Through the cycles, going through this schooling of the 7 eyes of the Lamb, by your thought, word and deed, your paradigms, your beliefs, that which you expect, that which you judge, by the measure thereof, by that which comes off your tongue, whether it be life or death, blessings or cursings, you're going to eat thereof, and you will drop yourself into a lower degree of reality and wake up one day and the presentation of your world is changed drastically. Now, many of us are part of something very unique where we're seeing the degradation of reality and we are calling out to our Father, Abba, deliver us from this present evil world. The final destination is hell, where the veils have been lifted. And it's a sign of Jonah, especially at the end of the cycle, where everything is increasing in its insanity, its violence, and its deception. The sea is boiling, and there's many who are confused, and things not working, because the devil is now having his little season with man. Because man has dominion on the world stage, as we're told in Genesis. But we're not of the earth. We're in between our heaven and earth. We've painted up this new earth, a wonderful future, the Aleph. Ploughing the field with the beginning, the Father, in the authentic original blueprint. Jesus Christ is the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. We are the white ball restored, not the lame ball. We've been ploughing the field, infesting with the Christ seed, planting all the wonderful seeds in our field, that pool in a field that we found to be priceless, more precious than anything else, that we will be birthed out of the sea into the land of the living. So let me share something strange with you. Say that you're walking down the street, right? And Jesus Christ comes like lightning from the east to the west, and you get flashes in your eyes. As you're walking down the street, In one moment, the street cars just disappear. The houses look different. People greet you and they're kind and loving. And this location is altered. Everything is altered. The air is different. The trees full of life. William Blake experienced this, shared it with us in his material. There's many mystics, many seers, Sufis who experienced this. Again, I mentioned about the power of God, talked about in the Bible. Remember the image, love, wisdom, and power. In the power of God, he has the power to change our low bodies into our glorified bodies, to change the world that we reside in for a better one. That's the power he's referring to. He says, these don't be like the Gentiles. They fear about everything. Get out the conspiracy communities, we're told in the Bible. They say, who could be against the behemoth or the Leviathan, the governments and man of this age? He says, it's me. And I could take you from one age into the next. All things are possible to the Lord, because of my power. He readdresses his power. You thinking as the Elementive, you don't think this is possible to God who resides in you? Did I not erect all this? Am I not throwing you back and forwards through worlds? You have no idea what I've done since the beginning of creation. You believe that you're getting old and you're going to die, but I tell you, this enemy must be cast under your feet. No more of this childish way of living. In the secret mysteries of Osiris, it mentions you will get to a state where you stop throwing off these garments. You stop dying. You start erecting, co-creating with your husband, the Lord, the Maker, who has a wonderful future because he is about life. No more death. No more lies. He is about life. That which is of the light is eternal. We're told this in the Bible. And he's put eternity in our heart. We now are put in eternity. With the living word in our heart and on our tongue. Life. Turn into the fountain of living waters. You are new creatures. The heavenly man Adam, and Jesus Christ is all about his heavenly origins. He's here for his angels. He comes with his angels in a vesture dipped in blood. You notice that when he rises from the tomb and goes to the apostles, there's a hidden language where he literally appears before them, and they go and touch him in disbelief. And they say, he feels like us. He's got skin. And they are poking him. And he says, you got anything to eat? I'm hungry. And they boil fish, funny enough. Because man thinks he is this fleshly, organic, simulated, artificial reality and the concrete world pasted over his mind like a Faraday cage. It's not. It's all of light. Reality is fluid. It's coming through the 7 prism spectrum of the pineal gland through the eyes. It's all projection. It's holographic, conscious, simulated reality. That you get a score going through the 7 eyes of the Lamb to wake up and come into the light, that you possess it all by turning within to the kingdom and to the Lord. And he says, you will inherit it all. A message given to us in the secret Gospels of Thomas, the Bible, Apocrypha, even Enoch and Thoth. Father literally says, it's my good pleasure, my children, to give you the kingdom. Of course, many flap just hearing this. Too much responsibility. You're not there to rule. You don't act alone. The King of Kings in you, the Lord of Lords, he goes before you and with you. You serve him day and night, and he wrecks everything, your environment. Just like the dreams of the night when you're asleep. When you are traversing, when your body's laid on the bed, your whole environment and people, which is your thoughts personified, is erected before you. There's no different as you're going forward in these new timelines. By that which you imagine and invested will be erected before you. Do you have the maturity to accept such material? This is what we're asked in the Bible. It's been given to you to know the secrets of the kingdom, not to them. They're not ready. My sister received that. We're bursting at the seams. The separation of the tares and wheat. She just received this. Again, a sign from the sun. The departing through the portal. Okay. Jupiter. The time jump. Connected with the allegory in Back to the Future. Salvation into a wonderful future where righteousness dwells. In the higher spheres, the octaves. A mystery given to us in the secret teachings of Osiris, talked about by Thoth in the book of, in the Emerald Tablets, the book of Thoth. Enoch, Apocrypha, it's in the esoteric, it's in the Egyptian hieroglyphs. So that's all I have for you for now. Again, a flash. Using all the location, the names, there was another field closer to it, and I found it interesting. It wasn't near that. I'm not going to talk about that. Through my deduction, through learning symbology, with my previous messages received, this is the presentation. This is the message. I'm here to glorify our Father's name. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Love you guys. Have a great day.